All right, what's going on? Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. It's been a while since I did a live stream, so I appreciate everybody for checking in and checking out the live stream. So, pretty much, let's get to it. Today, we'll be talking about Taylor Decker getting a big contract that, in my opinion, he didn't deserve. I don't care if you agree or don't agree with me. Don't make me no difference. They paid him before Golladay, and Golladay should feel some type of way. Also, talk a little bit about Corey Undlin calling the Detroit Lions defense, and also apparently Alvin Kamara Alvin Kamara has become available. The Saints are willing to trade him, and Leonard Fournette is actually a free agent. So do appreciate everybody for checking in. Once again, don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links in the description. Want to make a donation? Best way to do that is to like the video and share the video right now. The Cash App, PayPal is in the description. And, pretty much to start it off, um, with Taylor Decker getting that money, he didn't deserve that money. Um, if anybody had to wait and had to play to show they deserve a contract, it should have been him. Um, I'm far from impressed with his play the last couple years. Last time he impressed me was his rookie season. Then I think he had a shoulder injury along the way, and then, like I said, since that shoulder injury, he ain't been playing that good since then. Last season people talk about, well, he was good in pass protection, this, that, and the third. And people realize the Lions ain't had a top-notch left tackle in 20 years. Do they understand the lineage of left tackles that's terrible that been in Detroit? I mean, Jeff Backus was the reason Matthew Stafford first 2 seasons in the NFL was a wash. He let Stafford get injured season 1, and then season 2, I remember it was Julius Peppers and Jeff Backus was still in the 2-point stance. And Julius Peppers was on top of Matthew Stafford, separated his shoulder. All right, you want to know why the Lions were not able to run the ball for this many years? You got to test that to Dominic Raiola being too small to play the center, Travis Swanson being too small to anchor the center, Graham Glasgow, he was average. People want to understand why the Lions ain't been able to run the ball and get over the hump. It's because they've been subpar in two of the most important positions on the offensive line for over 20 years, or since Ragnar got here, let's say 18 years for the center. For many, many years, Swanson, Graham Glasgow, and Dominic Raiola has not been able to cut the cheese. And that left tackle, I don't know who was their last best left tackle. You know what I'm saying? The Lions need a great left tackle. Taylor Decker is average, and if I'm being nice. Bro, it's a left tackle. He's going to get paid before a wide receiver. Not at the end of the day, that's bullshit. Don't come in here feed me that bullshit. He ain't a good left tackle. He's not a great left tackle. He don't deserve to be paid. Stop it. Stop it. Don't feed me that shit. I get tired of these NFL teams signing these guys that they know not good. And that goes for Larry Tunsil as well too. He ain't shit at left tackle neither. You want to know why Matthew Stafford back fucked up? You want to know why Matthew Stafford lost several years off his career? The first 2 years. You want to know why? It's because they didn't have a good offensive line and a good left tackle. You want to know why all these running backs come in here and they can't find the hole like a virgin looking for the cooch? Because center has been subpar until they drafted Frank Ragnar. It makes no sense. This dude ain't shit. Chris Spielman emasculated this man in the 49er game a couple years ago. Oh, he's tipping the plays off. You can just tell by his 3-point stance, bruh. This dude is stiff, no athleticism. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're gonna put Terrell Crosby out there and nobody know the difference. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Kenny Golladay, and I'm not even ready to get there with him, And if I don't get my money by the time the Chicago Bears and the Lions kick off week 1, I will not resign with the Lions. I will make it clear. I'm not staying here. I'm not playing here. Because too often the NFL show favoritism to the white players. I'm going to just keep it 100 on here. Blake Bortles didn't have to wait for his money. Tony Romo never had to wait for his money. Right? Dak Prescott still waiting. Carson Wentz ain't played a full season healthy. He ain't have to wait for his money. It makes no sense. There's no reason that Taylor Decker should go into this season with a brand new contract. Now, if he went out there and he balled out this season, he protected the passer, he improved in the run game, pay the man. You're going to tell a guy who been here, 3 or 4 seasons, who playing on a last year deal for $10 million in his last year of his option year of his deal. Oh, here. Yeah, he look good in camp, right? He look good protecting the passer in camp. Cool. I'm cool with it. But what pass rusher in camp do you fear? What pass rusher is who we got on who we got on the damn menu this year? Cameron Jordan, Khalil Mack, Shaquille Barrett. You know, I'm just naming a few guys. Takk McKinley, Daniil Hunter. Now Yannick Ngakoue. Riley Reef took a pay cut. The Smith brothers. And somebody in the chat, he say he needs to improve on his run game. That's about it. No, he needs to improve everywhere. Everywhere. He okay pass blocker, but he ain't the dude you want protecting your quarterback blind side. He okay. He ain't the premier left tackle. He might be the second best left tackle because I don't know who the Bears left tackle is, and I don't know who Minnesota left tackle is. I just can't tell. But he ain't better than David Bakhtiari. At the end of the day, there's no way that they pay him and he ain't got to prove shit. He ain't got to prove nothing. It just don't make no sense, dog. Why he couldn't play on a 1-year deal? Don't nobody want that motherfucker. And excuse my French, but don't nobody want him. You know, and you look at the Lions roster and you be like, okay, let's go back in time. Bob Quinn, he brought in Rick Wagner. Didn't work. He brought in TJ Lang. Didn't work. You know, I don't know if he brought in Travis Swanson. I can't remember. Graham Glasgow apparently didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And now he brings in Stenberger, Jonah Jackson, Joe Dale, Kenny Wiggins. So his track record in Big V, his track record as far as hitting on offensive linemen, like, dude, he on his second rebuild of the offensive line. The only offensive lineman he got right as far as who a stud is Frank Ragnar. And look here, I don't agree with Madden a lot. But do y'all know that Madden got a Big V rated as a D player, bro? He rated at 67. And everybody I talk to, all my boys that's NFC East fans, say he trash. So imagine he come in this season, bro, right? You got a quarterback coming off a broken back or injured back. Let's not say it's broken this year. You come in with a questionable right tackle who got abused up and down, who was never a full-time starter in Philadelphia. You pay him $50 million, right? Cool. Whatever they paid him, guarantee me, I don't know. Then you say, I'm going to start a rookie next to him and Jonah Jackson. Okay, cool. Frank Ragnar, a dog. We can all. He the best. He probably the second best player on the Lions offense. Then you said we're gonna start either Joe Dale or Kenny Wiggins at left guard. Then you're gonna tell me you're gonna start a subpar left tackle. So what are the chances that the Lions run game? What are the chances that they protect Stafford this year? And don't forget they going up against great pass rushers this year. NFL sack leader last year. They going against Cameron Jordan. They going against the Smith brothers. Yannick Ngakoue. And they going against Danielle Hunter. Then they got to see Chandler Jones. Then they got to see the new and improved Washington football team offensive and defensive line. Brian Kerrigan, Montez Sweat, Chase Young. Then they got to see Tennessee. They some dogs up front. And seriously, the offensive line is a question mark. You about to see some of the best pass rushers that the National Football League got to offer. And instead, you go out there and you go the cheap route on the offensive line. Then you go expensive at the tackle positions. It just don't make no sense. They should have took a tackle up high. I'm not mad at Jonah Jackson pick. That's a great pick. I think he'd be a great player. But when you look at this offensive line, you ain't running left. Ain't nobody concerned if it's a cutback, if it's a sweep, if it's a reverse, a double reverse. Nobody's concerned with the Lions running left. You're not concerned with them running between Ragnow and Dale and Decker, or you're not concerned about them running on the outside of Decker. So what the Lions have done is they have limited themselves to running to the right side. And if the football guys don't let them run left, it's going to be a problem. If the football gods don't let if the Lions can't run to the left side this year, it's going to be a problem. And if the line ain't good, they better pray that Swift is special. We know Bo ain't special. We know Ty ain't special. We know Kerryon ain't special. They better pray that Swift or Hundley is a special running back like Saquon Barkley that can make nothing out of something. Because if they don't run that football this year, the Lions don't have a chance in hell of winning no games. And I'm not talking about, it's improvement. They're averaging 3.8 yards. No, they need to run the football. And then we talking about running the football, they need explosive plays. But I say they can't run the football that good. Then they better get some explosive plays from Agnew, Hall, Swift, Ty, and Huntley. If them dudes ain't making explosive plays down the field and they not running the football well, it's going to be a bad season. It's football one-on-one. You got a quarterback with a messed up back. But let's get to the comment section. I don't mean to neglect you guys. Shadry, I already read it. Said dog, he said he's trash, period. I agree. Cheesehead, this is blatant racism. It makes no sense at all. Boogie, I just seen the news came straight here. Salute. This team is pure. I mean, it ain't the team. I mean, we can't put it on Sheila yet, but Bob Quinn an idiot. I would leave too. Yeah, I'm gonna get to there. Slow mo, salute. Slow mo say he needs to improve on the running game. That's about it. Barnes said arguably the deepest wide receiver core in the whole league. We have one left tackle and a bunch of guys who ain't never paid. It's common sense that left tackle is premier position and wide receivers aren't. He's not a premier left tackle, you idiot. You idiot. He's not a premier left tackle, bro. That's your problem. You looking at him like, we need to keep him. He a great left tackle. He's not a good left tackle. That's where you wrong at. Kenny Golladay is your best offensive football player, bar none. He's the best. He's a top 8 wide receiver. Taylor Decker is garbage as a left tackle. Why are you rewarding a guy that's not that good? And then not only that, now I want to kind of get to the comment section before I get to this. Not only that, you draft a cornerback in an irregular season, right? Where They didn't get the reps they needed to get. Now it's looking like he might not earn a starting spot. So now you have a situation where you have a cornerback sitting on the bench, where a competent football mind would have said, you know what? Let me get the left tackle the Giants got. Let me trade with the Jets. I'm going to tell the Jets, hey, if you get Bakhtari or whatever, whoever the dude name is, I'm going to draft the guy you want up top. We can swap. Then you don't spend the money on Big V. Then that money you spent on Big V, you can either keep Graham Glasgow, right? Or you can go find another guard. You can start at right tackle. You could have started your rookie. At left tackle, you can still start Decker. Decker don't get it together this year. And you can trade him. You can let him walk. Don't franchise tag him. Next year, you can switch your rookie right tackle to left tackle. Then you can go out there and find you another right tackle. Instead of drafting Stenberger or Jonah Jackson in the fourth or fifth round or third round, whatever it was, you could have took a tackle and developed him behind them two last year. That's what competent foot minds do. Think. Taylor Decker is ass cheeks, bro. It's no different from Jeff Backus. For years, Shardy probably would say, "Oh, Jeff Backus is a good left tackle." Jeff Backus was beneficiary of white privilege with the Lions organization. Ain't no way Jeff Backus played that many years at left tackle. God awful. You think Bill Belichick gonna go out there and let a left tackle go out there and let Tom Brady or Drew Bledsoe out the first 2 years of their career? Hell no. Austin Nicholas, salute. He said, nope, he can't run block. Tony Campbell, he got a Buffalo Bills. He better show out this season or it'll be a waste of money. Money we could have used to pay Golladay. At the end of the day, he could have showed out and earned his money. You know why he didn't have to show out and prove that he earned. Last year he didn't prove he earned that money. The year before last he didn't prove he earned that money. He ain't proved promise since his rookie year. So if Taylor Decker has a season engine, I think he meant ending injury versus if Golladay does what hurts the team more. It doesn't matter. Taylor Decker can't play. So why are you rewarding a player who can't play? That's what I'm saying. Either or go down, they more equipped. I trust Terrell Crosby to play left tackle more than I expect somebody to step in for Golladay. Golladay, all right, let's say Golladay say fucking listen to my advice. You don't pay me, I'm walking. Who would y'all rather keep? Golladay or Taylor Decker? When they could have replaced Taylor Decker this year with a left tackle. TJ Lane couldn't stop getting concussions. It's not football one-on-one. Taylor Decker is not a good left tackle, bro. He keeps saying, oh, it's football one-on-one. It's football. He's garbage. So why are you keeping a player because he garbage? Why you didn't say, okay, let's see he go prove it? Let's say he go prove it. Why he can't earn his money like everybody else? Since they telling Golladay if they don't pay him, go prove it this year. Golladay proved it last year. He proved it the year before last. So why Decker can't go out there and prove it? Why he can't go out there and play good this year? Because he didn't play good last year. He didn't play good the year before last neither. So why he don't have to prove it? Y'all acting like this motherfucking this dude Tyron Smith or something. Black Rogue said it's complete idiocy. Everybody know football. Anybody that know football know that. Hunter Stein said every time the Lions invest in a bad contract, invest in a bad player, just stop and put that money into the city. Imagine Detroit would look like. I mean, all the time, bro. All the time. Keep in mind, they paid Joe Dow, bro, before they paid this dude, man. Lions don't care about winning more than films. Shardy, once again, I'm just trying to understand why we acting like that left tackle gets paid more and before a receiver on a team that's loaded at. What is loaded at wide receiver, bro? What the fuck are you talking about? Loaded is Herman Moore, Johnny Morton, and Brent Perriman. That's loaded. Loaded ain't no old Danny Amendola, nigga. Danny Amendola couldn't even play 16. When the last time Danny Amendola played 16 games? Marvin Jones on his way out the door. He on his last leg. They almost traded him last year. People forgot that. What's loaded, bro? What's loaded about the Lions receiver core, bro? Agnew ain't no receiver. Marvin Hall caught 7 balls last year. We don't know what Quintez Stevens going to do in the lights on. So what's loaded at receiver, bro? The only player that you got that made an argument to be a top 100 player, you talking about he don't matter. Just listen to how this idiot sound, bro. Listen to how this idiot sound. Would you rather lose Taylor Decker or Kenny Golladay? Tell me that. Tell me that. So y'all willing to lose your best player on offense? When y'all could replace Taylor Decker this year with a left tackle. You can replace Taylor Decker with the number 1 or 2 left tackle that went this year, and you probably would have had an upgrade. Alex Heron, he said, when Stafford leaves, what quarterback should we look at? Man, I don't know, man. Black Road Decker trash. He already should be gone. Exactly, bro. They doing the same thing they did with Jeff Backus, bro. They playing him because he a white boy. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Dolomite, salute. He said he done. You'll be back. We all do. He said, I'm not even biggest Taylor Decker fan, but it's a... What the fuck does it matter? It's a left tackle. You could have replaced him this year. You acting like, oh, it's a left tackle. We have Tyron Smith, or we have Joe Thomas, or Jake Long at left tackle. What the fuck are you talking about? You talk about Taylor sorry ass Decker, the worst Ohio State Buckeye offensive lineman to ever come out, and I say that jokingly. You talking about, oh, it's a left tackle. When they didn't have Taylor Decker, that line performed pretty well versus the Smith brothers last year. In Lambeau, you forgot that, huh? You forgot Kenny Golladay caught that ball. He should have scored a touchdown, though. You forgot that. Taylor Decker ain't played in Green Bay. You forgot that, didn't you? Taylor Decker won there. Terrell Crosby started at left tackle. And it was no drop-off. At all. At all. So what you talking about? They almost won. They should have won versus Green Bay. Without Taylor Decker. You forgot that, didn't you? He's terrible. He was good 4 years ago. His rookie year, bro. Like I said, these dudes don't know shit about football. That's why I don't even be arguing with these dudes. How is Decker a good left tackle? Divine? I'm telling you, bro. These dudes, man. So what should we get Golladay? I don't know. We get there. Definitely was way overpaid. Dude wouldn't get more than $8 million a year from me. Dude wouldn't get He wouldn't get a sandwich from St. Vincent de Paul soup and kitchen from me. What percentage of the cap you recommend giving him? I'll get to that. They don't want to those guys because they black. Could be. Hard to find a left tackle in free agent market. We had a bad history of O-line draft, but we should. That at the end of the day, I don't know. Elijah probably came in late. You could have drafted a left tackle this year. When you get up in the top 5, it's a quarterback, it's a pass rusher, or it's a left tackle. When you get that high, when you win 3 football games, once again, you draft a left tackle, quarterback, or pass rusher when you that high. You don't draft a cornerback. Okay, Deion Sanders was the exception to the rules. Barry Sanders was the exception to the rule. Calvin Johnson, you have great players that transcend that you got to take when you that high. But historically, is when you that high, quarterback, left tackle, pass rusher, Vaughn, Khalil, guys of that nature, Javon Curse, Simeon Rice, guys like that. You could have took a left tackle at 3. Matter of fact, you could have traded down with the Jets and still got a premier left tackle. You could have kept Decker this year, right? You could have been okay. Let's keep Decker, right? If he ball out, then we can trade him somewhere, right? You could have put whoever went first to the Giants. I forget the dude's name. You could have took the dude that's from Louisville that went to the Jets. You can kick him to the right. You can develop him at the right side this year, right? We would have saved you $50 million on Big V. You say, okay, he performed good enough at the left tackle spot. Just what they did with Ragnar. He started off at guard, went to center. Then you can kick him to the left tackle. Instead of drafting Stenberger in the 4th or 5th round, you could have took a right tackle, developed him behind Bakhtari, whatever the dude name was this year, put him at right tackle. You could have still took Jonah Jackson, had him develop in that left guard this year. You got Ragnar, and then you could have kicked the dude from Louisville, wherever you took a left tackle to left tackle, you could have let Taylor Decker walk. Is that rocket science? Now you took Jeff Okudah in a regular physical NFL year at a cornerback position where it's tough in a regular year with in OTAs, mini camps, preseason, training camp, whatever it may be. You took a developmental player 2 years in a row. You took a tight end, which people don't take tight ends in the first round for a reason. It's going to take him a couple years. He probably going to pop this year. Then you take a cornerback this year, you get up that high. It's going to take him a couple years to get his feet wet. Makes no sense. Kenny is not better than... Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Kenny Golladay way better than Stafford. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You take the receivers away from Stafford and what you get. You put Stafford out there with Lacey and whoever he had that year when everybody was going down. The kid from the Houston, Texas they had, Bruce Covington, whatever he's in. Stafford couldn't do nothing. Stafford ain't never made a receiver. You put Golladay out there with Jeff Driscoll, he balling. You put him out there with David Block, he balling. You put Stafford out there with average receivers, you ain't hearing no 4,000 yards. That's on God now. That's on God now. You took Stafford's receivers away that year, Stafford couldn't get a first down. You put Kenny Golladay out there, whatever quarterback you want to put out there. You can put me out there. That boy gonna ball. Get out of here. That boy legit top 8 in his position. Get out of here, man. Stafford is more important. That's a fact. We ain't gonna misconstrue that. Stafford more important. They'll never bring real players ever, but they resigned a white boy that can't play. They resigned Jeff Backus for years. This ain't no secret. Dominic Raiola was terrible, bruh. Dominic Raiola was trash. He was getting blue back in Stafford lap. Every quarterback he played with, Mike McMahon, Drew Stanton, John Kitna, whoever he was with, he was getting blue in people's lap every time. He had 1 year where Dominic Raiola dominated, and that was his second year before last playing with the Lions. He's an extra. Taylor Decker is average. Why is you paying the average white boy to be average? Why? Why before I block you? Why is you paying the average white boy to be average? Why? Stafford back fucked up. You still paying the average left tackle. Look how dumb you fucking sound. Shit. You got a quarterback that's coming off 2 injury seasons and you go be average at the most important position on the line. Boy, you dumb as bricks. My boy Lyle said he ain't average. He trash, dog. He trash, dog. We don't even want to hear you out of here. He trash, dog. Your football IQ too low. Go over there to somebody else's channel. He trash, dog. He gone. He gone. He trash, dog. Trash, dog. But yeah, obviously they didn't pay Kenny Golladay. And if I'm Golladay, they don't pay me by game 1. It's like Julio Jones last year. Julio Jones sat there and he said, if I don't get an extension before the first game, I think they played the Vikings. I ain't playing. Arthur Blank promised me, he the owner of the Atlanta Falcons. They gave that man the gusto. His extension was fully guaranteed up front. Except for like $1 million. He said, I ain't playing if y'all don't pay me. Y'all done paid Matt Ryan for being average for years. He said, I ain't playing unless you play me. But if I'm Golladay, you know what? I don't say nothing. Now, we don't know what's going on. Now, Golladay contract could be getting negotiated. It could be done when we wake up in the morning. We could be talking right now. It could be done. In the hypothetical that it don't get done soon. As soon as the game come on to start, as soon as that clock tick up there, and we out there playing, and I don't have a contract, matter of fact, before the game, I'm going to tell Bob Quinn. I'm going to tell him like this. Since Quadre didn't want to be here, you let him go. Since Darius Slay didn't want to be here, you let him go. Since Damon Harrison didn't want to be here, let go. I appreciate the opportunity. You didn't. I'm not gonna beg. I'm not gonna cry. If we don't get no deal done by the time the Bears and the Lions kick off, let me go. He said, I'll tell him I will not resign with the Detroit Lions. Straight up and down. I'll tell him I will not resign with the Detroit Lions. So you need to trade me. Since everybody can walk and go as they please and don't want to be here, trade me. And I guarantee you, it'll be some teams that's willing to trade for Kenny Golladay. You put Taylor Decker on the block and you put Kenny Golladay on the block, ain't nobody want Taylor Decker. Kenny Golladay they gonna get something for Kenny Golladay. They might not get a Roy Jones deal for him, Roy Williams deal for him, but they gonna get something for me. It's a bit surprising. Decker must have got his shit together. How do we know he got his shit together? Even though he having a good camp pass blocking. And who he pass blocking against? Trey Flowers? Okay. Right? He didn't get shit together. Jeff Backus ain't never got it together. He continuously got paid. He got paid every time. Jeff Backus been stealing money from Detroit like a bank robber. They got a green light to bank rob. Dominic Raiola never got the job done. They kept paying him. He ain't get shit together. And it's crazy. Like I said before, I completely understand. Ain't no point staying in Detroit. I gotta wait all day for my money. And my brand take a hit because I play in Detroit and we don't win shit. Why would I? You know the slave master's going, hey, fuck it. It is what it is. It's going to be like 10 times or 15 or what? 8 times more than he ever made. It'll be $15 million a year. It'll be 15. He'll get the bag. But hey, guess what? When Darius Slay didn't want to play, they got rid of him. He didn't want to be here, they got rid of him. When Quadre didn't want to be here, they got rid of him. So what's wrong with Kenny Golladay? I guarantee you, I put this on my mama. If you got Calvin Johnson and you put him in the room and his room made him tell the truth, I guarantee you Calvin Johnson would have said in hindsight, he had franchise tagged after his rookie deal twice just to get free. I guarantee you from Calvin Johnson to get free, he'd have took the franchise tag twice just to get free. I guarantee you that. In hindsight, a lot of players, fuck that money. He said the reason you pay average on lines because other than quarterback, they're the probably only position you can't find a great player in free agency. Decker not great, but don't deserve the money. But at the end of the day, Elijah, they had an opportunity to replace him at the top of the draft. We don't need to look in free agency. You was in position to take a left tackle this year. You was in great position. If you didn't want to take the quarterback, you take the left tackle. He could play on the right side. Then next year, you can kick him to the left. Instead of taking Stenberger in the 5th or whatever, or instead of taking some of these dudes in the middle rounds, you could take a developmental right tackle. Say you develop this year. You're going to play behind whatever left tackle we draft, right left tackle we got playing that right. If Decker ball out next year, so be it. You can keep that rookie right tackle at left, rookie left tackle at right, and you can figure it out from there. Or you can trade him and get something for him. They could have took a tackle this year. You could have took a tackle this year. I'm going to keep saying it. Not only is your quarterback coming off a second year of back injury, you did. You was in position to take a tackle. You didn't take a quarterback. You took a cornerback. That quite frankly is designed for him to fail this year. You took a cornerback in the top 3. Didn't trade down. When you could have took a left tackle and protected your main asset. Don't make sense. Herbert looks good as we thought I would. I like Herbert. He said Calvin Johnson was a special case. He could have sat out and made them trade him. Man, the Lions wouldn't have traded him. If that was the case, Barry Sanders would have did it. Slay wanted to be here until he got disrespected. I mean, yeah, he wanted out after that. Lions ownership made me scratch my head. We never treat our best players right. None at all. You keep saying that those left tackles in the draft are not that great either way. No, what you talking about? They not that great. What's the dude that went to New York? What's that dude that went to New York? I bet they better than Taylor Decker. What you talking about? They better than Taylor Decker? Shit. Let me give me a minute. I know I don't want to butcher his name. Niggas be crying. Oh, you get their name right. Fuck their name, nigga. Andrew Thomas. I know it's Andrew something. Then you had Kai Bachton, and I like that kid. Tristan Wirfs. His arms was a little short. Austin Jackson was the other dude I was thinking of from USC. You had tackles there. What you talking about? It's a lot of talent at left tackle. Hold on, my bad. Hold on. He says a lot of talent at left tackle draft next year. It was a reason to pay that. It was no reason to pay that man. They could have franchised Decker let the rookie develop. They could have did it this year, bro. They could have did it this year and took a left tackle. You was right there to take one. You take a cornerback. You know, maybe they didn't believe in Amani would be anything. You know, I just don't understand. Man, football played from the front to the back. He said Barry ain't playing the social media era. Dude went to the Browns too. Who you talking about? No, Becton went to the Jets, if that's who you talking about. We should have traded up for Young or traded down and got the best player. They wasn't letting you get Young at all. You should have took the tackle. Shit. You should have took the tackle. I mean, come on, what's so hard about it? It's a basic move. Take the left tackle. Come on, who made the Super Bowl last year? Name me the 49ers cornerback. I mean the 49ers other than Richard Sherman and the Chiefs cornerbacks. Who was the Chiefs' best cornerback last year? The guy they took in the first round, Marcus Peters, a few years ago, he ain't there. And then one of the dudes in their cornerback, he's suspended for the first couple games. I forget his name. Is it Brashard Breeland? Who flaked out with the Washington football team when they was the Redskins? Name me who started at cornerback when the Eagles beat the Patriots. We not sold on Taylor Decker. What are you talking about? Name me the cornerbacks who've been going in the top 5 that won the Super Bowl so far. With their team they were drafted by. I know Reeves wasn't top 5, but he never brought a ship to the Jets. So why would you take a corner in the top 5? Top 3 to be exact. Why? 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 You keep saying, oh, I'm not sold on him. I'm not. If your ass is on the line, why would you take a cornerback? 2 years in a row, they take a developmental player. I told y'all about TJ Hockenson last year. I say, well, it's the reason why they don't take tight ends in the first round. It take a little time. Noah Fant, it take a little time to get his feet wet in Denver. OJ Howard still have not arrived in Tampa. And it was a lot of y'all talking about we should have took OJ Howard that year. Eric and Ebron, he had one good year with the Indianapolis Colts. Serious, us black people won't change, but these owners and people treat us like no effing respect. They want to feel sorry for us. I agree. We shouldn't. We wouldn't have give Sue $60 million guarantee, but we give Deckard a chance at 60. It's only like 37 guaranteed though. I'm not saying quarterback was the pick, but I don't think the left tackles was the answer. The left tackle you got now ain't the answer. They ain't. He ain't. Neither one of them is the answer. You take them. You take the left tackle. That's what you do. You can trade down and get the left tackle. If you didn't want the quarterback, then you go to the next. If it wasn't a pass rusher available, then you take whatever else not there. You take the left tackle. It's not that hard. Kansas City took Eric Fisher. He ain't that good, but he's still there. He do enough to get. They can run the football, and Patrick Mahomes can chuck it 100 yards. I never wanted tight end. Okay, you know what it is. He is white. I mean, we know what it is. Andrew McKinney. Aaron say, real talk. Who did Okuda shut down in college to go that high? I don't see anything special on the field like Pat P or Marcus Lattimore. Is it Marshawn Lattimore? I think it is. I think it's Marshawn Lattimore. But I've been saying that. I said Clemson was missing their best receivers. The best receivers that Okuda seen last year was apparently Quintez Cephas and Nico Collins and all the receivers that Michigan got. I asked that. I said, man, who did he shut down? I couldn't see him versus Jerry Jeudy but apparently when I said that, I was a hater. This dude said bad Backford probably ain't gonna make it the whole season anyway. He ready to get up out of here. He got his house for sale. I knew he was about to get up out of here way before. Hey, what's kid name on ESPN? Dude from ESPN. What his name is? Dan Orlovsky revealed that conversation. They said, "Oh, we selling our house because our infinity pool for the kids, right?" Then it came out that Matthew Stafford had a pool at his Georgia house. When I found out that he had a pool at his Georgia house, he wasn't selling that. But he said, this Stafford last year here. I've been saying that. And this ain't even about Stafford. This ain't about him. This trade. This is last year for guaranteed money with the Lions. This is last year. This $15 million he making this year is his last of the last. This is his last guaranteed money. He's selling his house because of the pool, right? But he got a pool in his Georgia house. And then Dan Orlovsky revealed a conversation. He told him to get out of there. Now Stafford probably told him he getting ready to get out of here. I ain't stupid, dog. Either he going to another team or he about to retire. Straight up and down. Don't nobody want to go 12, 13 years of losing like that and getting beat up in Detroit. Barry Sanders could have became a legend and broke all the rushing records. He could have went down a legend. Barry said, "No, I ain't gonna keep losing and beat my body up like this." And you know what? The city of Detroit still turned on Barry Sanders. He's a quitter, this, that, and the third, and they still turned on Calvin Johnson. Either he retiring or he getting traded. Man, why couldn't y'all re-sign Wagner? We don't want him. Man, he gonna be a good tackle for y'all because they gonna let him hold up there in Green Bay. Excuse me. They gonna let him hold in Green Bay. Hold on, I'm coming. They gonna let him hold like they doing the Warts. Like they doing the Wart. They gonna let him hold. But let's move on. All right, Cory Undlin calling the defense. Am I surprised? I am not surprised. Now, I was thinking positive thoughts about this. And I'm like, well, at least if he, according to him, they're going to bring day two defensive philosophies together. Matt Patricia going to put his ingredients in the pot. Cory Undlin going to put his ingredients in the pot. And they're going to come up with a defense, right? And I said, at least with him, we know that under Jim Schwartz in Philly, he was going to be aggressive. Jim Schwartz wasn't aggressive in Detroit. People say, well, he didn't have the personnel to be aggressive in Detroit. Okay, well, that's another conversation for another day. But read the comment section. People saying, oh, Cory going to be the scapegoat. I didn't think about it that way. I'm thinking happy thoughts. People say, "Oh, you're always so negative about the line." Well, they did win 3 games last year, and the year before that, they won 5 games. I mean, we ain't had a playoff win since we was in. Some of us was in diapers. So, what's positive? What's being optimistic? I can't stand a fanboy. Well, the Lions signed shit stain banana stains Junior. Oh, shit stains gonna grow. He gonna get 50 sacks this year. You know what I'm saying? The Lions signed. Deacon Warren. He's a D8 player coming out of Savannah University A&M State. You be like, oh man, Deacon's gonna come here and tear it up. He's an underrated pick, and you just be sitting there like, no matter what the Lions do, they draft Sharman. Angel soft tissue at left. Oh, he gonna be the greatest left tackle to ever do it. they got a Christian approach to everything. If you pray, they will come. We gonna pray on this. Even though God let niggas suffer for 100 years, we gonna pray and it's gonna get better. 300 years later, oh, it's gonna get better, man. Please. You be like, man. You be like, man. Oh, the Lions signed they signed Uncle Rico. Oh, Uncle Rico gonna throw 50 touchdowns. I guarantee you. Man, I can't listen to a lot of channels, dog. Especially about the Lions. We went 3 and whatever this year. 3-12-1. Oh, next year we going 15-1. I guarantee you we going 15-1. Stafford gonna come back and throw 50 touchdowns. You be like, woof. And I remember I used to be that guy as a kid, right? Every day my granddad, before I finish on this Court Undlin thing, every day my granddad would order a paper, right? Every day a paper came, even on Sunday. I get it. I look at the toy section, the electronics, but the sports section was your boy favorite. And this was before YouTube and all that stuff. So you read about what's going on in training camp in the paper. He told me every time, them boy, the Lions gonna break your heart, boy. I don't know why you like it. They're gonna break your heart. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna be our year, granddad. And every year through 90s, it was never our year. Early 2000s, it was never our year. Only thing I had to look forward to was Michigan football wise. It was never our year for 20 some years. And I would have that same optimistic spirit every year. I'd be like, oh, it's our year, it's our year, it's our year and our year, it's our year. And for 20 odd years, it never was our year. So I had that approach as a child and as a teenager. I had that approach, but at the same time, some people said Undlin was going to be the scapegoat, and I'm like, that could be the case. They scapegoated Paul Pasqualoni, but he wasn't calling the defense. But Jim Schwartz wasn't aggressive as he was in Detroit, as he is in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm approaching it with an open mind. Hopefully he pressure more. And you look at the personnel. The personnel is set up for Matt Patricia's system. So that's the tough thing to think about it. So you sit back and you just had that approach. You like, okay, if Undlin gonna call the plays, then why didn't Undlin get more players that fit his philosophy instead of Matt Patricia's philosophy? So that's something you gotta look at as well. But maybe Undlin also shares some philosophy with Matt Patricia. Maybe he just don't know 43. He know 3-4, 4-6, 4-4, 5-2. We get into the train of thought that Rex Ryan and Marvin Lewis only know 34. They know 4-3. They know football in general. So, hopefully Cory Undlin get the job done. I'm open for this move. Hopefully, whatever they run, hybrid defense again, 3-4, 4-3. They can find a way to bring pressure. They find a way to rush the quarterback. And if they're able to rush the quarterback, it's going to help Okudah, Arakwe, Trufant, Walker, Coleman, Herman. It's going to help those dudes in the back end. You know what I'm saying? And also going to help the dudes in the middle of the defense at linebacker as well, too. So I like the idea of it. But then again, what y'all got to understand as well is that they will be installing the game plan together. It's different phases, right? Him and Patricia will sit down and install a game plan together. Patricia not worried about what Darrell Bevell do. He ain't the dude that's going to be in the offensive installing that. He gonna be installing the defense for the week. So him and Undlin gonna have an understanding of what they want to do. It may be Matt Patricia installing majority of the defense, and in this situation, we know they like to do this on first down, opening drive. This is what we want to do. Anything he called goes through Matt Patricia's headset. So if he say, you know what, we're gonna call wada blitz. Patricia can say, I don't like that. Let's call 2-man under. Let's call, prevent, whatever he call. Let's call prevent defense. He can override that. Like Daryl Bevel can call a play and say, you know what? It started short. We're gonna call play action to the fullback. We're gonna find Golladay. We're gonna find Golladay on the fade, or we're gonna find him going on the slant. Matt Patricia get on the horn. Oh, I don't like that. Let's run the ball. Let's get a running play that we like here, 30 inches. Let's play physical football. That's how the game goes. So Undlin is not gonna have the ultimate power to call the plays and whatever he say go. It's not gonna happen that way. Whatever he say, it's gonna go through Patricia's headset, and Patricia can override it. So they will be installing the game plan together. So Undlin can be like, well, I want to call this blitz on 3rd and 1. Or Patricia, oh no, let's go into Tampa 2, or let's go into base 2-man under and show that we blitzing and then bail out. That's something that he can do. He got power. So if y'all want to say Cory Undlin gonna be the scapegoat, I mean, maybe that's so. But if it looked like Matt Patricia defense and it smelled like Matt Patricia defense, then it probably is Matt Patricia defense. So we'll be able to tell the difference. If they out there playing the same defense they played last year, then pretty much it's still Matt Patricia defense. If they out there being more aggressive and breaking tendencies what they did last year, then we know, it's probably Cory Undlin putting his finger on it. Do you think Bill Parcells could be able to save the franchise today? I mean, yeah. I mean, he offered to take over when Matt Miller was fucking shit up. And Mr. Ford told him no. Yep. Mr. Ford told him he offered to take the Lions over in the 2000s. The problem is they don't take chances. That's Patricia. I remember Mike Lombardi was on 97 when the ticket. I think they was playing. I can't remember who they was playing that Sunday. I just got me some wings from Myers. They was good. Lemon pepper. And garlic and parm, excuse me. I got me some wings from Myers. I was listening to the 97 when the ticket show, and he said that Patricia has always been a bend on break defense, and since he left, New England got more aggressive on defense. You have to believe no matter what, every year I get excited because I know there's a chance the Pistons have won championships, the Rings have won, Tigers have reached the World Series in recent years. I mean, whatever you want to psych yourself up with, every year you got to come in optimistic about something. In the NFL, Tim is right. Titus is right, my boy. He right. In the NFL, you can go in Major League Baseball. You can go from water shit to the cream of the crop. 1 year can change it for you. 1 year can change. Injury can change it for you. A quarterback can change it for you. NFL, you could turn around like that. Major League Baseball, your farm system, they pop at once, it could turn around. You can go from worst to first. Only Major League Baseball and NFL and hockey provides that. Hockey is the best at parity. The AFC can win the lower Stanley Cup. They can win it. NFL, with their and that's they the cream of the crop because there are 7 games in the NHL season. That's the only reason to take precedence over the NFL. NFL is 1 game. Anything can happen. And don't forget, they extended the playoffs this year. They added 1 team in the East Conference. Only the top seed get a bye. If Matthew Stafford get hurt and the defense can somehow good, we will win. No, they don't win 11 games. Unless if Stafford get hurt after he won 11 games. Chase Daniels is not a capable quarterback. They was better off keeping Driscoll. I like the coach from Miami, dude, doing shit his way, not the Patriot. I mean, yeah, you talking about Brian Flores, and they got a black general manager too. Ain't that crazy how I forget the brother's name. I'm gonna pull it up now. Because I want to shout him out, and I'm gonna tell you how this kind of how this kind of slow down. Chris Greer is the brother that is there. Look at there. Chris Greer is a perfect example. You got a black GM. He hires a black coach, right? They pay Xavier Howard to make him a black cornerback, the highest paid cornerback in the league before he deserved it. Right then and there, look at that. You see how it's who you know and not what you know? That's the same way in the NFL. How white people take care of their people. And it's cool. I'm not knocking the white person for taking care of their people. The Arabs do it. Look at Dearborn. The Indians do it. They keep everything in house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do it except for a lot of times black people because we kind of damaged. But in that situation, Chris Greer hired a brother and also made the brother another brother the highest cornerback. Look at Tre'Davious White. I guarantee you it's a white guy running Buffalo. He got to wait for his money. Crazy. This is kind of how I go. You know, so it's always good, you know, when you got a brother that's helping other brothers out. Because Bob Quinn know his white ass on his way out. He made sure he got Decker paid. If you don't believe me, racism is real in the National Football League. Go look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tom Coughlin alienated every player he had. He fined all of them, all the black players, right? Alienated them all. The NFLPA so sorry, but they want every grievance damn near against Tom Coughlin. They got all them they fine money back. They fired Tom Coughlin. And instead of saying, hey, you know what? Let's fire Doug Marrone. Let's rebuild the relationship with Calais Campbell. Let's rebuild the relationship with Jalen Ramsey, AJ Boye, Yannick Ngakoue. They say, you know what? If you don't like this white man, your head coach, you can leave. Yannick, get out of here. Calais Campbell, out of here. Jalen Ramsey, out of here. In the NBA, hey, they fired the shit out of white coach for a brother. Easy. It's a players' league. They say the NBA, you get traded to where you want to go. NFL, you get traded, you going to Buffalo. Ask Stephon Diggs. Shout out to Buffalo, though. Yeah, they fired Steve Wilkes after 1 year. Won't never get an opportunity. Want to hear some funny stuff, too, before we talk about Kamara and Fournette and finish up? If Mike D'Antoni lose tomorrow night with Houston, he got a job in Indiana waiting for him after they fired Nate McMillan. Look it up. Don't believe me? Look it up. All right, but let's continue on, right? Love Cory calling the defense. People they ain't heard that part. But Kamara is the Saints don't want to pay Kamara. He ready to move on, right? The Saints ready to move on, right? Go read it up. Kamara been on excuse for the last 3 years. It was talks about the Lions and the Saints doing hypothetical trades on Bleacher Report or whatever I read during the offseason. So they paid Drew Brees, which Drew Brees is and this ain't got nothing to do with that racist shit that he said, right? Drew Brees has been a trash quarterback for the last few years. You can talk about his numbers was good. People talk about Aaron Rodgers, right? Oh, he only got 1 Super Bowl. Okay, cool. All right. I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. I will admit that. He won me a lot of money that Super Bowl year. His Super Bowl run that we should have got a co-Super Bowl because knocking him out, giving him that rest, that we knocked him out at Ford Field. I ain't got no malice towards Aaron Rodgers. And I'll be honest, I love me some white-ass Brett Favre too. I ain't met a black person who ain't a football guy who don't love Brett Favre. All right, I'm going to be real. I like them. Straight up and down. I like Reggie White. I like Sterling Sharp. I like him. All right. But Aaron Rodgers get all this slack for winning 1 championship. And rightfully so. He got 1 championship. He been living off that 1 championship for years now. But he got your boy paid every way. Philly, Atlanta, Chicago, Pittsburgh. I remember I got paid. But Drew Brees been living off that 1 Super Bowl that Tracy Walker secured for him with that pick 6. Drew Brees done lost to Case Keenum. Drew Brees then lost to 2 left foot Nick Foles. For God's sakes, Drew Brees then lost to one of the worst Spartan quarterbacks that I have ever seen, Kirk Cousins. Drew Brees can no longer throw it down the field. Drew Brees is not a crunch time quarterback, not of recent nature. They paid Drew Brees $25 million. Only because the quarterback position is very important. He is the most important player on that team. But Alvin Kamara is the second most important player on that team. He was like, what about Mike Thomas? Mike Thomas. He third. Relax. I'm going to explain why. The Kamara's ability to run the ball in between the tackles, off tackle, and his ability to open up those lanes for Mike Thomas. Kamara can to swing routes. Kamara with the yak. Everything is predicated on the short yardage for Drew Brees because he can't go down the field no more. Kamara on the angle routes, the circle routes, the Texas routes, the option routes. Kamara's short game, his explosiveness after catching the ball, it opens up the offense for New Orleans. You take Kamara away and you say, okay, Emmanuel Sanders and Michael Thomas, that's going to be tough. Because what Kamara do in the short game is very, very important. So I like Alvin Kamara. And if you did trade Alvin Kamara, you would probably have to give away one of your backs. You probably got to give away one of your backs. Not because you would have to, but you would want to. So you look at it. You look at what we got, right? We got Ty, we got Huntley, we got Bo, we got Swift, we got Johnson, right? And also you got to pay this brother. So if you bring Kamara in and you pay him big money, Kenny Golladay probably going to come in there on some Ice Cube shit and smash up all your plaques and your Lion trophies that you got. But you will have to pay this brother. And what you will look at, you will say, okay, who does he work better with? Do he work better with Kerryon? Do he work better with Swift? How you ask yourself? Can him and Swift work? Yeah, it can work. But then you have to retain Bo. Him and Kerryon, it'll work. But if Kerryon get injured again this year and you trade Swift, then you like, should have kept him. So Kamara is probably more out the realm of possibility because next year the cap is supposed to go down. You know, it's supposed to go down. So if you planning on paying him and Kenny Golladay, you better pay Golladay before you pay Kamara. It's just out the principle of it. And when you pay Kamara, Darrell Bevel better have some receiving routes for that man to run. You better be able to utilize what he do. Would I love to have Kamara? Absolutely. Who would I rather keep him with? Swift. Give me Swift, Kamara, Huntley, and Bo. I'll run with those four. Well, that kind of rhyme. Give me Swift, Kamara, Huntley, and Bo. I'll run with them four. That's what I run with. I run with them four backs. You know, but this is not a move that's right for the Lions right now. All right? You got to see what you got in your backfield this year. So, I don't think that's a move that should be made. I like Kamara. Where could he land at? Whew. That's tough. That's tough right now. Where can he land at? Whew. To be honest, man, I would think Arizona's a good place, but they got that kid from Miami, Kenyon Drake. Whew. That's tough to see where that kid land at, man. You maybe look at Pittsburgh, but they traded so many assets to get Mika Fitzpatrick. Houston just traded for David Johnson. Buffalo, yeah, I think Buffalo the perfect fit for him. Buffalo is the team for him. Buffalo in the AFC, Arizona. Then always Tampa. I like Ronald Jones the third, but always Tampa. But Buffalo the spot for him. Yeah, Houston just got David Johnson though. It could work. They both the same type of back though, kind of. So Chicago, yep, Chicago, because David Montgomery got hurt. I like Montgomery. He can run the ball. But I think Fournette is the more natural fit to finish up. Fournette, the more natural fit. They talking about somebody in my comment section said he can garnish, he can get $4 million this year. Okay, I pay him for 1 year. Not sure he want to come to Detroit and deal with another hard ass coach like Doug Marrone and Matt Patricia, but you know, Fournette is what you need from a. You need a guy that can bang, a guy that can got he everything as the back. He motivated to get more money next year. He got the long speed. He played well last year. He got the long speed. He showed he can catch it out the backfield. He can bang it inside, in between the guards, in between the tackles. He can bounce it outside. If it was up to me, Leonard Fournette would be signed right now. If it was up to me, Leonard Fournette would be in the Lions jersey. He's like, oh, CJ, who would you get rid of? For $4 million, you can carry all them suckers on the team. Huntley got to be on my staff, just straight up and down. Huntley gonna be there. I'll let Bo Scarborough go. Sorry, Bo. Bo knows this and Bo knows that. Bo knows Jack. Rest in peace to Fife Dog. So I would get rid of Bo. My backfield would be Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette, Kerryon, Swift, and Huntley. I'll run with them folks. And I would give Fournette the majority of the carries. You know what I'm saying? And I'll put Swift in where I can put him in at. And that's what I would do. I would load up at running back, and if Leonard Fournette do the job, he fit in, I'll pay him. If he don't fit in, then so be it. But yeah, it just make too much sense. He exactly what you need from a running back position. It's exactly what you need. He everything. Leonard Fournette is a top 5 talented running back. Now, did I argue with some people before the draft and say that Christian McCaffrey was better? Yeah, I don't see color as far as football players and talent. I knew Christian McCaffrey was going to be good when I seen him at Stanford. I said, well, he's going to be another Toby Gerhardt. Now I just listen to brothers say that, and I say, man, you ain't seen this white boy play, So, Christian McCaffrey, the best back in the league. I've been saying, if you Saquon, no, I'm McCaffrey. Look at the numbers. And people say, well, McCaffrey didn't have Cam last year. It was a revolving quarterback door. Real Greer, Kyle Allen, McCaffrey is the best back in the league. I'm not ashamed to call that white boy the best back in the league. He is it. He is it. I love Saquon too, but McCaffrey is his time right now. Saquon can easily pass him up. Saquon a talented back. Don't get it twisted. McCaffrey is a good guy as well too. So he said you get rid of Bo and KJ. Y'all can ask questions and I answer them real quick. I like you could get rid of KJ too. You can hold on to him and somebody running back go down, you can flip it to him, but I'll ride with Fournette. But you know what? I just got a feeling about Jason Huntley. I just got a feeling about that guy. I don't know what it is, but I just got a feeling about him. You know what I'm saying? It's just a feeling I get about Huntley, man. I don't know, man. I just got a feeling that he's gonna be a really good back for us, man. I got a feeling. And I like Swift. Don't get me wrong. I like the Georgia running backs of lately. Todd, Chubb's doing his thing in Cleveland. Sonny Michel, when he healthy in New England, he doing his thing. So Kirby Smart and who was down there before Kirby Smart? My man that went to Miami got fired. Ritz, Mark Ritz, whatever his name. They did a great job recruiting at Georgia, man. They got a lot of good players coming out of the University of Georgia, dog. And Georgia and Alabama is how Michigan supposed to be, man. As far as Michigan, as far as football recruits, they doing their thing, man. He said Drew Brees got played by Taysom Hill. He said this just took my. Don't let me take your happiness for the season. It's always a chance. KJ can get hurt getting out of bed tomorrow. He too long. You know what? You keep asking questions. That's the problem. And shout out to Solo Mo. That's the problem when you get when you a long running back. That's why Derek McFadden didn't last. Adrian Peterson had a lot of body too, but Adrian Peterson he ran high. He suffered collarbone injuries and he blew his Achilles out too in college as well. Them tall backs, Brandon Jacob, they got too much legs. They don't last, and taller receivers don't last. Calvin had too much body to hit. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of offenses like those short receivers because they last longer. The Hines Wards and the Wes Welkers and the Stokeys, they last a little bit longer. But He don't have a body build for a running back. So it ain't because he injury prone to miss the glass. He just got a high running style where he always gonna get hit down low. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Barry Sanders, that's low to the ground, they last a lot longer because they don't have that much body to hit. That's that mud that you are feeling. Huntley is from Toledo. Yeah, I know. Shout out to Toledo, man. I used to go down there for hooping camp in my high school days. Yeah, Toledo, Huntley a guy. Where you find info on scrimmage today? I didn't see it today. I seen it was yesterday about Huntley. He scored 2 touchdowns and had some explosive plays in the passing game and the running game. So, I think it might have been in the, I can't remember, Free Press, News, MLive, the 3 I checked the most. And then Dave Burkett also, I check him. Logan, I check him. Basketball wise, I just really use Rob Beard and Clutch Point and stuff of that nature. So I got 2 Piston videos coming too later. I didn't plan on doing this live. Who you think getting the number 2 quarterback spot? Chase Daniels. Too much money invested into him. Blogger carry on 3, or he'll ride the practice squad. But yeah, any more questions? But he'll ride the practice squad. Right now, 78-70 Toronto. Don't forget you got game 7 tonight. Who else ball? Who else been ball? Hawkinson has been unguardable. Hawkinson has probably been the best player so far in camp for now. He's been balling. You know what I'm saying? So you're really gonna hear about guys that ain't been balling. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna hear about guys like Golladay. He doing what he doing. He made a lot of catches in the red zone. He balling. But the guys you're gonna hear about is the guys that don't ball, a rookie. So Hawkinson, they said Decker been doing good in pass blocking a week ago. Jonah Jackson learning quick, but you got to remember, this dude, his 5 years, his college career, had 4 or 5 different systems, so he used to it. Other than that, you ain't really been hearing much. Okuda been doing better, but other than Hawkinson, if I had to say what I heard the best about is that kid from Penn State, Amani Arakwe. He been killing shit. You know what I'm saying? And we seen last season down the stretch, him and Will Harris played good. Will Harris played good in the last game, and Arakwe really played good. And you remember, I had a 2nd round grade on him. The guys from the defensive backfield, that draft, he came out last year, I like. Ironically, we just talked about the Saints. Charlie Johnson Gardner, whatever his name is, from Florida. I loved his tape last year. I don't understand. He went in the 3rd or 4th round, and Arakwe slid to the 4th or the 5th round. Those are 2 guys I really, really love out the defensive backfield, and I want the Lions to take. And they took Amani, and he got ball skills. Remember, he only started 1 year at Penn State. He got ball skills. When that ball up in the air, he said he learned the thing from Kittle. It's just not Kittle. Year 2, things started to slow down. He had some holding calls, blocking. You know what I'm saying? Tight end, a tough position to play. Once again, Mike Ditka still has the top, rookie. He's still the top rookie tight end of as far as receptions and all that stuff. He still got the best rookie season. Mike Ditka is like old as dirt right now. He was the head coach of the '85 Chicago Bears. He still holds most of the statistical stats for best rookie season as a tight end. That's how hard that position to play. Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez. You can go on and on and on. 4 Hours TV, appreciate it, my brother. And Super Chat. You can go on and on and on and on and on and on. Name a tight end. Mike Dick is still up there as one of the best, over 1,000 in his day, receiving yards. So, tight end take time. This is why OJ Howard still ain't busted pop yet. This year, I expect a lot out of OJ Howard in Tampa. So, when you take a tight end, it's going to take some time. Evan Ingram, he started to come alive last year, but he couldn't stay healthy. David Njoku, he still ain't came alive yet. So this is why you don't see the Travis Kelce's and Gronkowski fell to the second because of back injuries. But you don't see these dudes to Hernandez going high. So that's kind of why. But things started to slow down. What happened to Isaac Nuata? He's still with the team. He was working out with Stafford this year. He was a Army All-American too. Jackson gonna be a stud for us. Jackson who? I don't know, I'm kind of drawing the blank. Haven't Jonah Jackson? Yeah, I like him. Haven't heard nothing from him since he got COVID list. Oh yeah. I'm not. I mean, he more of a blocking tight end, so you know. So as far as that's who I kind of read most about balling a lot, and also seeing early the first day of training camp, Huntley got destroyed in pass blocking, so something he got to work on. Yeah, Monty gonna be special. He nice. Him and Okuda gonna be that pair for a long time. You know what I'm saying? They both got similar. They both got similar dimensions. You know what I'm saying? They both got similar dimensions. I mean, let's pull up Amani stuff. I got a minute. He's 6'2". I think his 40 was in the four and it was in the 4.4s as well too. 4.47. Him and Jeff Okuda is like the same type of cornerback. You know, you ain't gonna have to. They ain't gonna have to follow nobody except if one of them want to follow the slot. You line up on X, you line up on Z, wherever you lining up at. You got the same player. They got the same speed, the same. I'm not sure the arm length, the same height. That's a nice little bookend. You know, when you look down the road, if Patricia continues to coach and Bob continues to be the general manager, or if somebody else, it's gonna be beneficial to them. You know, and then you got Walker in the back end, and you hope Harris, develop. Then they got a nice little young back end. I got Marvin and Golladay going over 1,000. Hawkinson gonna hit 600. I think if that's the case, they not gonna be successful this year. You know what I'm saying? Because the short passing game, if the running game ain't popping, and then the short passing game ain't popping, I don't think that's good for them to have them three with those numbers. In my opinion, I think the Lions need to form an outdoor mentality as far as running the ball. It should be games where Stafford shouldn't throw no more than 20 balls, not beyond 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? Anything under 5 yards, you can continue. You can attribute that as an extension of the run game. If Stafford throwing over 5 yards, more than 20 times, 5 yards or more over 20 times a game, the Lions not gonna win nothing this year. They got to be able to have they receivers pick up, they running backs run the ball well, receive the ball well, and I think it should be proportioned this year. I would more likely see running back at over 1,000, another running back around 500 or 600, another or running back with 4 or 5, 600 in receiving, and Golladay with 1,000, Marvin and Danny Amendola 6-7, and right around that place for Hawkinson 6-7. I kind of more like to see a proportion a little bit more. I would try Mike Ford at slot corner for a minute. I see if Jeff, Amani, and Mike could be something long term. Well, they saying that he may not make the team. Right from what I'm hearing, Mike Ford is more likely to be cut. So that's just what I'm hearing. But I'm not sure if he could play slot corner. You got to be more shifty. You know what I'm saying? I think Coleman would be fine. Coleman was bad last year, but Coleman wasn't bad because Coleman bad, if that makes sense. Coleman was bad because in the slot, and I'll finish up here. In the slot, it's a three-way go, if that makes sense. You can go left, you can go right, you can go up. I mean, shit, you can go post, you can go corner, you can go post corner, you can go option. I mean, it's anything you can do. You can sit down. When you in a slot, you can go any way you want to go. So when you ask him to play man coverage in the slot with no pressure, he pretty much guarding like for 10 Mississippi. So if they get pressure and they kind of mask their coverages and their defense a lot better, Justin Coleman is a solid slot. It's just that the defense is asking him to cover slot is just what him and Darius Slay did last year in Rashad Melvin, who with the Dolphins now. I meant the Jaguars now. Oh, Pascal just got away with a travel, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I like him, but actually what they did last year was impossible. No disguise, man to man. Follow Kenny. What's the ball boy named Keenan Allen all game. Follow this guy all. It's impossible, bro, to do that. Impossible. It's an impossible job. Coleman just old. I don't think Coleman that old, bro. Coleman in his 20s. He 27 years old. He's not old at all. Just the scheme make him look bad. That's Matt Patricia for making him look bad. That's it. Good player. But hey, I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Appreciate 4 Eyes TV in the building. Aaron Choice, appreciate it. Elijah Russian, excuse me for butchering your name. Benjamin Foe always support me on both platforms. Don't forget to check out my other channel, Goodfellow Sports TV. And make sure you subscribe to Motor City Sports Talk 2.0 just in case the channel go down or something. Austin Nicholas, appreciate for coming in. Dolomite always in the building. Salute. TTG Blue, salute. Titus Brown, appreciate the love. Andrew Cannon, appreciate you. Aaron Choice, once again. Inkster to LA, what it do, bro? Appreciate it. He said it added a team to the playoff. We still won't make it. I mean, some of the years is proven that if they added a team earlier, we would have made it. So shout out to him. He always showing love. Shout out to Inkster, Saigon, and all them boys out there. There's the hooping and projects out there. Benjamin Foe, Kevin Cheeseboro, Andrew McKinney. Appreciate everybody for showing love that showed up and showed out, man. Static always in the building. So I appreciate y'all, man. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation, just share the videos. The best way to help out. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. I'm going to drop them Piston videos a little bit later. Don't forget you got the playoff games on ESPN tonight. Boston and Toronto, 8 minutes left. 85-82 Boston. Appreciate it, but I'm going to hit y'all with that Piston heat tonight. So y'all be prepared for that. Hit the notification, gang. We gone.